Okay, start now.
Okay, all
I
right.
have to bend over so I
I'm
can
like,
hear.
where's she went? Hold on a second. She
So let me
disappeared. I
let
was
me
like,
let me.
where's she at?
No,
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
I'm gonna put this on and see if I can hear you better.
Okay, she's gonna put some headsets on.
Yeah, if this
Okay,
works out better, I'm gonna get a microphone and all that stuff.
okay.
Okay. Okay, say something.
Hello,
Oh,
hello.
there you
Can you hear
are.
me? All right,
Yes,
yeah,
I
I
hear
am. Yeah,
you. Do
all
you?
right. That sounds good. Okay, see
Oh,
where I
good,
turn
good,
here. Let me
good.
see.
All right, that's
Okay,
better.
Start.
Much
all right. Here we
better.
go. We're gonna go ahead, Neil. And we're gonna try it out. Good evening. Welcome to the CTM News Week here on the CTM News Network, the voice of truth. We're joined here today with me, David Colbert, and Katherine Daigle, our CTM senior political analyst. Welcome, Katherine.
Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to today.
Thank you for joining us here this evening. Um, this is exciting. This is a new program here on the CTM News Network, and we're going to be working on it. We're going to get it going here. All right. I'm going to be talking to you about a few things. We're not going to actually do, we might do a little discussion or whatever, but I don't like the question and answer thing. I'll just say something, ask you something, you could just respond whenever way you want. I mean, it's up to you. Um, President Trump, we see right now what's going on. First of all, let me back up a little bit. Uh, are you aware of what's going on right now with this COVID relief program that's going on right now in Congress and in the Senate? Has there been any progress made on that yet?
COVID-19, the vaccine.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
I know about the vaccine, but the vaccine and the relief program or whatever
uh,
the heck it is, the relief package.
yeah, the stimulus
You
package. I know they've been dragging this out for months. Why people in the
yes,
street are dying and standing in line for food
yeah,
and whatnot. And while Pelosi opens up her freezer door with $15 boxes of ice cream, yeah, this,
yeah,
yes, it's just ridiculous. So I've
yeah,
watched that move forward while the Democrats put together a 2 or 3 million trillion dollar plan with bailouts for the Democrat states. So Trump,
yes, of course.
our president, obviously wants to take the money to the people. So there's been
Yes,
some pushback, and it's been going on for weeks now. So I
yeah. It's
suspect
going on for weeks.
I
Actually, it's been going on for months too. Yeah,
Yeah, I suspect none of this is going to go anywhere until the election has been certified. And as
yes.
far as the COVID vaccine,
Vaccine.
I've been following that. Yes, my family is very connected to this because my daughter and
Okay.
her new husband that got married in December of 31st of last year haven't seen each other.
Yeah.
He's in Chicago
Wow.
and my daughter's here. So, well, they can't
Wow.
fly. They can't get here. So he's in the
Yeah.
military and works with the DEA. My daughter's in medical school. So, as I understand it,
Yeah.
this vaccine was supposed to go to Americans first, America first. And now with
Yes, of
Biden
course.
has already talked. Yeah, they're already talking about Pfizer withholding this vaccine till after the election. It could have been announced over a week prior to this, and it looks like
Wow.
Biden's Biden's friend to Rahm Emanuel was put in place to head up his health department, and he
Oh
wants
my
to
goodness.
work with the WHO and let the WHO distribute the drug across majority of countries before it gets fully distributed to every American in the United States. So that's a real
Oh
problem.
boy. Yeah, that's a definite problem, and that's been a Democrat way all along. Give the jobs to China, give the jobs to everybody else, give the money everywhere else. Promise the Ukraine $1 billion of our taxpayer dollars for what I have no idea. I remember when President Trump came into office, he says, "There's not going to be any more of that giving billions and billions of dollars to other countries when our own countries are struggling." Now, President Trump recently accused this Dominion computer system of dealing with voting, this voting system, and saying that they deleted 2.7 million of their votes. And of course, this is the thing that irritates the mess out of me, Catherine. I can't believe this. Twitter goes on underneath his post right off the bat saying they disputed and they flagged his post saying that the claims are not legitimate or misinformation, which the social media love to do. I've been upset with Facebook myself because they're posting now under each one of my posts because I'm a conservative. They're posting under there that Joe Biden is. They got a thing saying, "Check this out," like a fact check. Fact check run by routers. This garbage that's going on right now under the Facebook post is run by the AP. Once again, the media is trying to decide who wins the election. But another problem is this, and we're finding this out, and Ted Koppel came out against this recently, and he was talking about how the media has gotten into politics. He was in an event in some other state. I don't know exactly where the state is, but he was talking about how the Washington Post, the New York Times, and a lot of the media right now are running their jobs like they're commentators. They're supposed to be journalists. Journalists are supposed to report the truth about the news. Not, I mean, I can say a few things if I can get away with it, even if it's not quite perfectly true or it's my opinion. I'm an op-ed person, so I can say that. But if you're supposed to be dependent upon on the American people to be promoting the truth, then you need to be speaking the truth completely. And what he has said, and I'm going to go on a little bit about it, but what he has said that it's all become political, and it should not be that way because the problem is it's partisan. It's bipartisan media, and now they even got Fox News going on their side. So it's just something else. What do you think about that?
I completely. Well, I have been censored on Facebook at least 25 times. Yeah, but not actually shut down in jail. They posted a notice saying, "I'm censoring you because you put out too much information." And that has really made me angry. We have a First Amendment right. Every one of us does. And the media is the media. And the media has no bearing on my opinions and what I believe in. Nor do they have the right to change my opinion. They can try, but if I have no desire to listen to them, that should be it. These are my group pages.
You're right about that.
Where I have 20,000 followers, and I allow back and forth, regardless if you're Democrat or a Republican, conservative, whatever. I do not believe they have any right to do that. So in respect, it's just happened recently since the election. My Twitter feeds have been shut down, just like presidents and other places. I left Fox News almost a week ago because I used to just watch Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, and Laura Ingram's show. But even two of those are not giving the president the best information. Tucker Carlson at least has the guts to stand up. So I went to OAN and I went to Newsmax and Parler. And that's very, very promising, those areas. So yes, censorship is becoming it's like communism. It's like the Third
Yeah.
Reich. They're censoring what's coming in and
Yeah,
going
pretty much.
out
Yeah.
by exactly. So
Yeah.
I have a real problem with this, and
Yeah.
so
I do too,
I
Kevin.
respect what you're saying. Good, because I don't know what the policy is here on CTM, but I have to be careful with my language because I
Anything
sometimes
goes.
get riled up. Well, I don't really think this is. I am a
Yeah.
writer, so there's certain parameters
Yeah,
you
I
have to
know.
adhere to,
Yeah,
but
certain thing.
it's
I know what
wrong.
you're saying. I'm well aware of it, but I'm just saying you're not gonna say I wish this person dropped dead or anything like that, or anything
No,
like
but you
that. But
can think it.
um, yeah, we can think it. But
Yeah,
what I'm seeing right now, and there was something was brought up about Joe Biden. This one guy that's coming in on the staff with, I guess, I don't know. We talked about him earlier with Ronald Klain. He did a report with Fox News back in 2014, saying that the Rasmussen, whatever they are, said that 68% of voters think that the elections are kind of like shady a little bit. And they're
oh my
probably
gosh, I
right
agree with
because
that.
most of the time the Democrats are running the running the thing. There's another thing too. The Democrats, let me tell you, President Trump has got to be the most intelligent man that I've ever met, which I haven't met him, but I've talked about him a lot. But he's very intelligent. I looked at his book, The Art of the Deal. He's running everything the same way as he did in the book. If you want to know President Trump's game, look at The Art of the Deal. Read that book. I wish they'd make it out of a movie. Be easy, but he's playing it out right now. But he does what he does. Like he said, the swamp, he's cleaning the swamp. The problem is this. He knew in the very beginning, because he said what he had to do, there was another part of the swamp that was going to show up at the end of his term. And that is the swamp of election fraud. It's part of the swamp. And I was researching some things and looking into some stuff, and I'll tell you the truth, it's getting kind of scary to me because the Democrat Party has ties into the postal service. The postal, I don't know if you noticed or not, but the postal unions they endorsed Joe Biden. They got ties into the
Yes.
postal service, ties into most media outlets, and they're paying more and more of them all so they can get more way into there. I'm telling you, it's about money. They're hiding it. Fox News, I think it was some money changed hands, and eventually, I think we will eventually find out that it probably is. And that is my opinion, not the opinion of CTM News or CTM affiliates or whatever. But I am saying that I believe that Fox News was bought out in some type of way. So, and that's why they're starting to move over to the liberal side of the fence because they've been paid off. They've been paid off. When I was watching it the other day, I was like, is this Fox News? Or is this CNN? And I've never liked Chris Wallace. Give me a break. He's nothing like his father.
Oh,
I
oh,
never liked
oh,
him.
he's
And
terrible.
this guy Juan, guy Juan on the five, I don't know why they need him. Why do they need him? We know enough about the Democrat Party. We don't need Juan on there. You can have an opposite opinion or opposite choice of different things, but to me, when that five comes on, five friends, five, what do you want to call them? They
Oh,
um
yeah.
they need to shut him up. Period. But anyway, he's allowed to speak. But it's to me, it's like blah 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 blah. Because he just tries to find whatever he can wrong. One with President Trump or with anything that the Republican Party or the conservatives are doing. And to me, we have got, thank God, I'm sorry, I'm going to go on and on, but thank God that the Republicans have maintained control of the Senate and we've got more seats in the House. Because elsewise, man, if Biden took over, we would be in a toilet, pardon my expression, if he's allowed to just run off roughshod on his own. I'm sorry, go ahead. Talk to me.
No,
Talk to me,
you were
Captain.
exactly correct. I have watched Fox
Yeah,
News since I started running for office. Always watched Fox
yeah,
News. So even in my
yeah,
city, My city that started at 90,000 is now well over 300,000 people. It has
Mm.
been financially corrupt with money
Yeah.
coming from developers by the millions of dollars. So we are
Yes.
taught, and if it can happen here in a small suburb where you just have median family homes and UCI research, so we've got some very
Yeah.
famous schools, and if it can happen here, it's so easy to happen in Washington. And it's been happening for years. There's a swamp so thick you can't seem to get past it. But every city has one. Every city has one. If you look at the councils, they've been there for years.
Yeah.
They're paid off by, legitimate developers or legitimate public
Yeah.
service, such as your electricity, your gas, your transportation. This happens often, and I've written about it many, many times. This is not a
Yeah.
difficult idea. So,
Yeah.
yes, you are
This.
correct.
Yeah.
On the five.
You know. There's one thing I've been thinking about, and this is this thing with energy. And to me, I mean, I'm American. I'm an American citizen, and as people in Pennsylvania, I know Pennsylvania or Michigan did not vote for Joe Biden. He wants to destroy their
Yeah,
economy. That would be pure foolishness.
absolutely.
Why would I vote for you to destroy and take my job and take my business away from me? They want us to
Absolutely.
believe that these people in these cities want you to destroy the industry. Pennsylvania, Ohio, uh, Michigan. We want a president in there that's going to tear us apart. I don't think so. The Democrat Party hates America. There's some things that happened even in the Bush administration I wasn't with, because when it came down to the Bush administration, I don't know, you're an intelligent woman, so you probably noticed this, how he got tired of fighting, and he became a liberal at the end. It's like he went over. I'm like, where did the conservative president go? He just went. He just
Yeah,
said, I'm just going to lay back and just take whatever. And he did that. Now I'm going to go. I'm going to address one more. Well, actually, a couple more things. One thing is about this situation where the election in Pennsylvania was paused. What was that about? Do you have any ideas about
well, they're
that? I mean, I know it's crooked, but
yeah, they're
they stopped
well,
the
just
count.
like I said earlier. In my opinion, they just had to go get more Biden votes from a garage or something. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
I well, Pennsylvania, they had, I don't know if you saw on the news, that on Newsmax, I believe, that they had all
Yeah.
these truckers, semi truckers, that they were going to protest
Really?
later on in the month. Yeah, because if they kill
Yeah,
off
I
the
saw that.
oil and the
Yeah.
fracking, yeah, in
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, all
Yeah.
of those people will lose their jobs. Their families will go down the
Yeah.
toilet. So this is
Yeah.
this
They
is
want Trump.
ridiculous.
Not Biden.
Yes, yes, they want Trump. There is
So
no way they would have voted for Biden. Mm-mm. No,
no way.
no, no.
Well, I think the day that computer system, I think Hillary's on her way to jail. She should have been in there. But there's another problem too. The American people, I mean, I don't know where they got this from. The American people do not like corruption. And the media, I've talked to people, Catherine, who who did not know about this thing with Hunter Biden, because the media, they're so focused on the
Uh,
mainstream media, they did not see what was going on with Hunter Biden and these things that were being reported on in the conservative news media. They thought that Joe Biden was okay. This is why Ted Cruz called in the guy from Twitter who was trying to block that reporter from the New York Post, who's been around for over a century. They tried to block it. Biden was corrupt. There's no way that I believe when once this election thing is finalized, regardless of whatever direction it goes, Biden is going into before the Senate, and they need to press. They need to make criminal charges. I don't care what, whether he's a president or not, whether he's a president elect, whether he's not or whatever. He still needs to face the music. The Republican Party appear that they're scared to push it. When they asked him before the election took place, are you going to go after Biden or Hunter Biden now? They said, no, we're going to wait till after the election. Yeah, they were worried about the votes, whatever. But we've got to deal with this situation here in America. I'm going to let criminals get away. I said it on my program earlier last week that this is treason. This is treason. How if I did something like this, they would have my behind in jail. But you got Hunter Biden, Biden's son. He does all kinds of performs all kinds of illegality. Biden's in there right in with the gang, trying to pretend he's not. And the thing that's really, the American people don't see this. They've got to be not all there, because not only did he not say he didn't do it, he said no, he didn't meet the people. It was found out he was a lie. And after that, his own campaign said that they didn't refute it either. They didn't say that either. So why is this man even still allowed to run? Why was he even allowed to run? He should have been in jail facing criminal charges. But this is the Democrat America. That's what it is. And of course, the post-election issues, we were talking about that earlier about Pennsylvania. You had all these votes that just popped up. And the fact that they said that it's a mathematical impossibility for that many votes for one person to just drop in. So, and they say that the mainstream media is saying that this is not irregular. Well, I'm going to touch on this last thing, and then I think we're going to go ahead and close up here. But this thing about Kelly McEnany. Did you watch that conference, that news conference with Kelly McEnany? The recent one, last Thursday it was. Where she showed them all the affidavits. She showed them all the affidavits that they have.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yes. She had two of them actually. She had one day, and the very next night, and she was on Sean Hannity. Yes, I watched it.
I remember that one too. And they got the proof, but of course the Democrats are going to deny it all the way up, probably until we prove that it's the truth. They get out there, they lie, they keep lying and lying. You know, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to share this with you. I think I shared it on the program before. When we were kids, and I was a teenager, and we would date, we would say, if your girlfriend caught you with another girl, always deny it. Deny it until to the end. Deny it. Even though you know it's a lie, it's the truth, you deny it. And eventually you keep denying it, she'll forgive you. If you keep telling her, no, that didn't happen, no. What'd you say?
I don't think she'll forgive you.
Keep lying. Yeah, she may not forgive you, but if the other guy, if he keeps telling a lie over and over again. But as I said before, if you don't receive the truth, all that's left is a lie. So I don't want to get too spiritual on this, but I will mention this because like I say, I'm a pastor, so I'm gonna point this out. In Scripture, it says in these last days where we're living in, it says people will be trying to say that darkness is light and light is darkness. It will try to be saying that right is wrong and wrong is right. And that's what we see even with this election that's coming up. I kept hearing this thing and I kept asking myself, what are they talking about? Is this some code language? The dark winter is over. Have you heard that? You probably didn't hear, right?
No, yeah. I've heard it. Yeah. I found there's a group that's attached.
It just came up recently.
No,
it just came up recently. All of a sudden.
No, it's been coming up for the last year. Yes,
but they say it. They say it like in the back. They say it like in the background. They'll be talking. The dark winter's over. That's right. What dark winter?
Yep.
We've had a bright, sunshiny day with President Trump in office.
Well, this is Biden repeating. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Biden is. True. Yeah. Yeah.
Well. Yeah. Anyway. I wanna take this opportunity to thank you, Katherine Daigle, our CTM senior political analyst, and I want to thank you all out there for watching this program here on this Saturday evening. you're watching the CTM News Week. Will be on every week. But I want to thank y'all for joining us here on the CTM News Network, the Voice of Truth. I'm David Colbert, and this is Daigle,
Daigle.
right? And
Yes.
we'll
Thank
be
you
right.
very much.
Well hopefully we will be right back with you next week here on the CTM News
Great.
Network, the Voice of Truth. Also, once again, this is David Colbert and Catherine Daigle. I want to remind you to tune in every Saturday at 10:15 p.m. here on the CTM News Network. That's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We thank you once again for joining us here, and I want to say good night and God bless.